There is a place only talked about in whispers. There's a place. The Chuck Stew Show.
Hello and welcome to the season premiere of the show everybody's been waiting to listen to. The Chuck Stew Show used to be extreme left-wing politics. Now it is right-wing conservative with your host, an all-natural wearing clothes today, the man who is still on season 2 a conservative anarchist. You know him best by his crazy antics, Chuck Stew. And with me today, after taking a couple shots, it is the Doctor of Thugonomics. He is Dr. Pearl's Houston book. How are you doing for the season premiere?
Once again, I am Dr. Pearl's Houston book, a.k.a. Red Hefner, a.k.a. Diamond Dallas Page.
Your boy with all the AKAs.
A.k.a. your boy with all the AKAs. And we back for another season 2. And we're going to go, it's going to be a different format this season, folks. I think you're going to love it. We've been in production meetings every day for the past 2 months since you guys have last heard us. And we back. We're really back. So, I mean, Chuck, how do you feel? It's season 2. We got renewed for another season. NXP is gone. They folded, but we were picked up. What do you think? How do you feel about our success so far?
Well, people want to hear us. They don't want to hear people like Wolf Blitzer or fucking Janet Reno.
Fucking Wolf.
Or fucking your arch nemesis, John McCain. People don't want to fucking hear about that.
Suck a fucking thumb.
And he coined the term here first, folks. He is the man that is putting it down the middle. That's why I was calling him like Bill Alfonso from ECW. He cuts it right down the middle. But it feels pretty good being on the show, being just here with my Chuck Stewians and with the booklets. I mean, the last season I actually checked for the ratings, and the best episode that got the most ratings on our last show was actually the slut-shaming episode. That was the one where I almost killed myself. But the bullet ricocheted off my mutton chop. I don't have mutton chops this season, folks. I'm clean shaven. I'm wearing a V-neck.
So you can bet that if Chuck brings a gun again, I'm just going to let him die because I don't give a fuck anymore. This season, I'm done.
Yeah, I mean, he was doing pretty good on the one season where the first 10 minutes on the episode where I wasn't there. You did a pretty good job. You said America needs to be destroyed sexually from behind and needs her hair pulled. But so what we're doing actually feels pretty good. And what we're doing on this show for the Chuck Stew Show Season 2 premieres, we're going to talk about my favorite subject for the rest of the show, or for the season.
Pussy!
We're going to talk about conspiracy theories.
About pussy!
So there's a conspiracy going around about pussy. Doctors and scientists and even Dr. Books from Cambridge, yes, we'll go with that, Cambridge. Says that the vagina is nature's Rubik's Cube. How do you feel about that?
That is 100% true. That's the findings that I created in my book. Vagina is nature's Rubik's Cube by Dr. Pearl's Houston book. The book by Dr. Book. That's just how it is. And you know what? I've had a vagina or two in my life. And you know what? It's just hard. It's hard out here for pimps, you know? And we working on it. But you know, we got to keep it going. We got to keep it going. We got to satisfy these women because they need it.
They need satisfaction. And actually, I was reading a survey the other day where some scientists were saying, who believe in the theory of evolution, so get your fucking rage on, that they don't know why women have orgasms from an evolution standpoint.
That doesn't make any fucking sense. See, the evolution guys are at it again. They're trying to make some bullshit up to keep themselves relevant just because people are starting to catch on that, oh, wait, these evolution guys, they don't have any fucking argument. They don't fucking have any proof. They can't prove their argument. So now they're trying to just come up with bullshit, and now women can't have orgasms. I mean, fuck. I make a bitch orgasm like 6 times in a session, and she fucking goes and leaves to another state. So it's like, you know, I don't know. I don't know what to say. You know, here's the thing. No matter what you do, guys, gentlemen, You can be a fine-ass gentleman. You can penetrate a woman, but yet she will always leave you to go to Hawaii.
Yeah, it's I mean the women. So what? Okay, so I'm gonna ask the doctor this for all the people who listen, who have degrees and whatnot, who like to listen to our show. So where exactly is the clitoris, and where exactly is the G spot in most women?
Okay, so if you guys think of a vagina, I'm not gonna describe it for you because I hope you all have seen one before. The clitoris is located at the very top of the vagina. This is outside of the vagina, okay? So you can actually see it from the outside if you just spread the folds back a little bit. So that's the clitoris. It's a little nub on the top, all right? And that's the pleasure zone. So you want to activate that, and you want to get that nice and wet, either with the tongue or with the foreplay, whatever you need to take, whatever you need to do, all right? Now the G spot, that's inside of the vagina. So that's inside. You're gonna have to go inside to get that. You're gonna have to cream pie to do that. You know, you might not have to cream pie, but you'll still have to insert the penis inside. It is actually located about a couple inches inside the vagina on the top. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to rub against that. You're trying to activate that because that is where the orgasms happen. If you're particularly well endowed or your female is particularly tight, you don't have to worry about this. But for your average men out there, you might need to use some positions, or if you're with a woman that's maybe not that small, if you know what I mean, you got to use some certain positions to get it going. And I'm just saying, that's Dr. Book's advice, and that's what you should listen to.
Gynecology.
That's right.
Gynecology. He has studied in gynecology in Cambridge University. Just became.
I just have to say that gynecology is going to be my specialty for 2016. I'm going to study the vagina. Study many vaginas, if you know what I mean. And I'm going to take care of them for you. For all you men. If you guys have vaginas you need to be taken care of, just send them to me.
Oh, yeah, and they call Dr. Actually, I'm not a doctor. Well, I'm the doctor of love. LOVE. I graduated from a university of... fucking... What's the main university right now? Hayward? Harvard? Harvard. I graduated from Harvard with a degree in GAME. And they... And so I know a little bit about love, and the G-spot actually isn't that far in, but you can know for a fact that fucking Dr. Love himself, the man who created fucking pleasure in Dickin for the Dickens women, that's Chuck Stew. My name is Chuck Stew. I'm sorry, we had some Jaeger shots. Shit, I wasn't supposed to say that on air. I'm sorry. So we actually are going to be talking about conspiracy theories a little bit more about the vagina later. We're most likely going to bring the pink taco up for every episode like we usually do, and sex and whatnot. But so we actually have this guy, who's going to be a special guest on the show today, or we're going to try to get him on the air. We're going to call him after the commercial segment, and it's going to be a guy named Mark Sageman, or Mark Sargent, however you want to pronounce his name, in the 303 area code. He put out a video that I saw the other day on whether he believes the world is circular or flat. Now, Dr. Pearl's Houston book, when it comes to this incredibly strange subject, because this man is saying that there is actually no picture of a 360 angle of the Earth, and a lot of people believe the moon's a hologram, so we actually live inside some kind of weird dome. This is what this dude's saying in this video. He's got 300,000 views on the internet. So what do you think about that?
Okay, well, here's the thing. I'm going to take the opposite stance. I know you believe this. I'm going to take the opposite stance. My argument is, you know how there's men that go into space from many countries. They have the space station up there and everything. They take pictures of the Earth, like a lot. Every day they're taking pictures. And to disprove your Earth is flat theory, regardless of what angle they're taking the pictures at, you never, in fact, see all of the continents at once on these pictures. It's always just one continent or two of them, maybe. You only see one side of the Earth. So that supports the Earth is round theory. But I do have to admit the flat theory is pretty,
Plausible.
He brings up some plausible points, although I don't believe it. I mean, it goes against fucking 200 years of science. saying the Earth is flat. I mean, back in Galileo times, like, are you kidding me? Like, that's what they thought back then in the 1700s, and now you're going back to that in 2016. Like, I don't know. I don't think I can roll with that. Book. Oh,
Chuck, your book. So, is the world flat? Do we live in a dome and hell is inside the volcanoes and heaven is on top, past what we can see? And has all of our lives just been a big lie? And do we need to get enlightened by the Chuck Stew Show? We're going to have these answers for you when we come back.
It's the Chuck Stew Show! Hey-o, it's Dr. Pearl's Houston book from the Chuck Stew Show. Coming at you with some information that you need to know. This is on a need-to-know basis, folks. Listen. Without Hornsby's hard cider, I could not perform my best on the Chuck Stew Show. Listen. We are going 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We are recording, producing. We're taking care of business here at the Chuck Stew Show. And I got to tell you, without Hornsby's hard cider, I don't know if I would be able to... to perform, honestly. So I got to tell you, for those of you that are hard at work, for those of you that are just trying to have a good time, drink Hornsby's hard cider. You can do the crisp or the amber kind. Either one is great. I just got to tell you. Drink Hornsby's hard cider. It's 5.5 alcohol per volume. You find it at your local beverage store. Usually it's around $6.99. Don't quote me on that. It's a very affordable price for a very good drink. Hornsby's hard cider. Get horned! Welcome back to the Season 2 premiere of the Chuck Stew Show. My name is Dr. Pearl's Houston Book, here with Chuck Stew, the host of our great show. And we here are actually, going to have a special guest on the show.
Mark Sargent.
His name is Mark Sargent. And, Chuck, you know him personally. Tell the fans what we can expect from Mr. Sargent here.
He is a well-rounded man, believing, as they call the Flat Earthers Society, that the world is flat. So we're going to call him and ask him a couple questions for our segment of bringing in people who want to talk on the Chuck Stew Show. So I'm actually calling him right now, and we're going to see if we can get this man on the line. So, okay, so I'm calling him right now. Me and Dr. Book are going to ask him a couple questions. All right, so it's dialing. Fuck. Hold on. I dialed the wrong number. Okay.
Get it together, Chuck. Get it together.
I'm sorry. Okay, so we're going to actually put in the number right now. And then we are going to get him on the... Okay, here we go. I got it. Okay. So we're going to ask Mr...
Your call cannot be completed as dialed. Please check the number and
Is it
dial
star
again.
69 or star 67?
I think this guy probably disconnected his line because he put it online.
Fuck it. We're calling him anyways. Fuck it. All right, we're calling Mr. Mark. I need to know about the flat universe. So, hold on. Just a second, folks. Just give me a second here. You can edit this out. Okay, we're calling him. It's calling. Mr. Mark Sargent. We're going to ask him. It's ringing. It's ringing. Get your questions ready. Get your paperwork.
I don't know.
Mr. Mark Sargent. Mark?
You've reached Mark Sargent at 303-494-6631. Leave a message, and I will get back to you as soon as I can.
At the tone, please record your message.
Come on, bitch.
When you've finished recording,
Shut up.
you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hello, Mr. Mark Sargent. This is Chuck Stew, calling from the Chuck Stew Show. This is a political broadcast that is broadcasting from Tucson, Arizona. We are a podcast, or actually a radio show, coming from Tucson. We're talking about conspiracy theories. And me and also the co-host here, who is the doctor who answers the questions. His name is Dr. Pearl's Houston Book.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, we have seen your video on how the Earth is really flat. And we wanted to know if you, we thought you'd pick up, but, so we're just going to ask you 3 different questions. If you can give us a call back, and then we'll put you on next Friday's show. So the first question is, I got my paperwork here. So how is it that you came to the conclusion with the pictures from NASA, believing that you know the Earth is flat because there's no 360-degree angle? And Dr. Pearl's using book, what is your questions about flat Earth?
My question is why? How can you justify that there's a flat Earth when you can only see one continent at a time on these pictures from space? If there was a flat Earth, you would think that there would be a full angle. And why would you need a 360-degree angle if the Earth was flat? It doesn't make any sense.
He's got you there, Mr. Sergeant. And also, you said something about the South Pole in the video where the lieutenant or the rear admiral went down to the South Pole and he was able to find a space that was as big as the United States that showed that had uranium and coal and all these different and metals he was able to find, but now there's guards guarding the South Pole. I just would like to ask questions about that because I'm very interested in the subject for our episode. Go ahead and give us a call back. The number is 510 area code 461-2168. Call back Chuck Stew on Chuck Stew, asking questions from Chuck Stew. We're going to call somebody else and ask this question.
Renee, call her Renee.
What's her number?
I don't know.
Well, let's see.
She's dead, basically.
520-639.
Oh my god.
Fuck. I'm sorry. 54291. So we're going to ask somebody else about flat Earth and what they feel about flat world and then other dimension.
241. Test successful.
Oh.
Folks, we're in an alternate reality. We just called someone and it said test successful. That means the AI has taken control of the Earth. Folks, don't be panicked. Don't panic. We are taking care of the situation. Trust me. We have the appropriate people to handle the situation. This is Dr. Chuck, Dr. Pearls. Yes, Chuck Stew is a doctor now. If you weren't sure about it, he is a doctor. He earned his doctorate degree over the summer.
Okay, we're calling
he's a doctor in GAME. Just telling you know. We're calling this person. Okay, so all right, so we're having some hard time with our trouble. We're having some trouble here. Our producer is a little bitch and he doesn't know shit, so he doesn't know who to call. We're trying to get a hold of the astronomy lab here.
Astronomy lab, yes.
To discover if the Earth is really flat. And their line is busy. You know what? They must be. They must be taking a lot of calls regarding the flat Earth. We're just saying. That's probably what's happening, and I'm sorry, folks, for that. Blame the astronomy. Call them and complain that we are not being answered, that the Earth is flat and we need to fix it. I'm just saying. Any other conspiracies you have in mind?
All right, so that was a flat Earth conspiracy. What?
What about Elvis?
So actually, we saw a video. Mr. Mark Harvest will probably call us back at some point to explain God. He's not God. Or not. He's going to call us back. I left my phone number. If you people want to call in, this could be a call-in show, even though it's not a call-in show. But so we're actually seeing a video before we go to commercial break really quick. In the next 2 minutes, we're going to discuss Elvis. So apparently Elvis isn't dead. We saw a video on the fact that Elvis faked his own death, and apparently Michael Jackson faked his own death too, because I saw a video on that. They're both alive. Tupac's alive.
Oh, and also Hitler's alive. He's 120, but he's alive.
126. He's still fucking rocking it in the South American plane, Argentina. And Hitler apparently had a base in Antarctica. What do you think about that, Dr. Pearls Houston?
Well, you know what I gotta say? It's 100% believable. Here's the thing: Hitler was so strong back in the 40s that he could have amassed followers in the South America and South Antarctica. So he probably ran there when he knew he was going to get defeated in 1947 or whatever the fuck it was, 1945. And he just ran there, and he's been living in Antarctica peacefully for 100 years, and You know, he's in his 120s now, but he's feeling good, and he's ready to start another Reich. You know, it's the fifth Reich. You know, so he's gonna come back and he's gonna take over Germany again. You know, with his walker, he's gonna take shit over. I mean, I'm just saying, it's 100% plausible. I gotta say.
Hitler is back. Ladies and gentlemen, get your pitchforks, get your knives. Milita, because I know the Milita listen to this because we're for Ben Carson when we talk shit about liberals all the time.
Exactly.
So the Milita, get your guns, get your grenade launchers, get your fucking laser beams ready because Hitler's coming back in style. We'll be right back.
This is the fucking Chuck Stew Show. Oh!
Hey, I didn't see you there. This is Chuck Stew, calling from the Chuck Stew. Well, not calling. I'm on the Chuck Stew Show. I am the host. That doesn't make sense. So, we just want you to vote for the next candidates of the United States. And Barack Obama can't be voted for a third time. Why would we want to? Gas prices went up. Fucking Obama. The rich are getting even more richer. And the 30% or 1%, fuck Obama. I stubbed my toe, fuck Obama. So, Ben Carson is a Christian, he's a conservative, he's a Republican, and he hates the LGBT community, so you know what side I'm on. So, he doesn't hate them. But, please, vote for the man, or vote for
Bernie Sanders.
vote for Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders!
For president.
Feel the burn!
Feel the burn. B-E-R-N.
Fuck you.
Bitch.
Did I tell you that Sam Fields was getting fired?
I'm on it. Look, you just concentrate on being Gracie, all right? And by the way, you're doing a great job. Thought the evening gown looks... I mean, I totally bought it.
I know, you think I'm gorgeous.
What? I don't think you're gorgeous.
You think I'm gorgeous. You want to kiss me. You want to hug
Look, I think
me.
McDonald is more feminine. I'd
You
rather
want
kiss him.
to love me. You want to hug me. You want to kiss me. You want to...
Enjoy the rest of your night.
Damn, that's cold. Welcome back to the Chuck Stew Show. This is the last.
Was that bitch from Miss Congeniality?
That was, in fact, the movie Miss Congeniality. That was a scene from Miss Congeniality.
Oh, I thought she was mentally handicapped.
No, Chuck. You knew Miss Congeniality. Let the record show that Chuck Stew could tell a scene from Miss Congeniality. So he's a little bitch boy, and we all knew it. Chuck, what do you think?
I saw the movie because my ex wanted me to watch it with her friends, and I wanted to stab myself in the neck with a cleaver. So we're going to be calling our next special guest. Her name is Nancy Honey. We're going to ask her about Martians because the next conspiracy theory is there are colonization already on Mars, which would make our last fucking one we talked about not make any sense. Hello, Nancy.
Are you drinking?
Am I drink? Yeah, this is Chuck Stew. You're on the show.
Dr. Pearl's Houston Bug.
Hi guys, go ahead.
We want to ask you some questions.
What question?
Do you like Martians?
Martian?
So we're talking about on the show. We. So, do you think there's already a colonization on Mars?
Did I believe what?
Are there Martians on Mars?
Probably. I don't know.
I don't know. Probably. So, thank you.
Support some.
You're welcome. Is that all you wanted to know?
No, we have more questions.
You guys, I was afraid that's out.
So, do these Martians on Mars... So, there was a photo that came out a couple years ago where there was an explosion of light coming out of the Mars surface when one of the satellites took a picture of it. What do you think about that?
Well, I'll have to look into it because I don't know. I haven't seen it or read anything on it.
Nothing but professionalism on the Chuck Stew Show here. I did not think to ask those questions beforehand. Because I am a fuck.
I am a fuck.
You guys.
Yes?
I'm gonna let you go, okay?
Okay.
Alright, I'll talk to you later.
Nancy.
Yeah, Dr. Pearl loves you. I love you. We both love you.
Love
I
you,
love you guys.
Nancy.
Have fun.
Have fun.
Soon, Nancy.
Bye.
See you next week.
Okay, bye.
Okay, so she said, I don't know, but possibly. So Dr. Pearl's book. Have you ever seen those pictures from Mars where it had those weird figures on it?
Chuck, no, I haven't.
Well, so when it comes to the colonization of Mars, from your medical standpoint, because Dr. Pearl's book, did you ever work as an assailant doctor for Area 51 at any point?
Oh, yes, I did, actually, for several years.
What did you see there?
It's classified. I'm sorry, I can't share.
Well, shit. So
I'm just kidding. Okay, so what they did in Area 51. Oh, shit. Shit. Okay, so what they did in Area 51. Alright, so in Area 51, there's these huge hangars, right? And they got these aliens all put up in little tubes. So this is like fucking technology you've only seen in the TV shows. I'm telling you, seriously, TV shows. You know where they have like the aliens in the little fucking in the liquid tubes? That shit is real, and it's happening in Area 51. So I went in there. My job was to test the vitals of the aliens. And I'm going to tell you, they don't look like the aliens you think. They don't look like the little green men, if you know what I mean. They look like fucking weird-ass gray creatures. Seriously, they look like fucking monsters in a monster movie. It's like something you haven't even ever seen. I couldn't even describe it to you, honestly. It's just something that like would just horrify you.
like from a Monsters Inc.?
No, not even that. I'm telling you, like crazy creatures that you've never seen in your goddamn life. So I was supposed to monitor their vitals, and I gotta tell you a story. One day, I was monitoring the vitals, all right, and then across the center, another alien coded. Like seriously, you know how coding means like your heart stops and shit goes crazy. So we gotta do CPR on this alien, all right? They drain the fucking tube, they smash it. The alien falls on the ground. I start performing CPR. But here's the thing. The aliens don't have hearts like you think they do. Their hearts are in their groins. Alright? So my hands are right on this alien's dick. And he's got a dick. You know, he's got a horse dick. I'm just telling you. He's got a horse-sized cock. Alright? I'm trying to fucking perform CPR on it. But the way to perform CPR on an alien, you gotta jerk their dick. And I'm feeling really hella gay with doing this. And I'm trying to keep the alien alive, but it's like I'm jerking his dick. And... my God, the alien lived. He breathed, and then we threw him right back into a cell to contain him. But after that, I felt so, like, I just felt so strange about it that I just had to quit, and they had to erase my memory. The good thing is I was able to maintain that memory for that one time. I wish it was a different situation that I remembered, but it was that one. But yeah. So that's what's happening in Area 51. No one will ever get in there because they have some advanced alien technology that they've used to block it from any kind of sonar, radar, anything like that. You'll never be able to see in it because they're using the aliens technology. Basically, the U.S. government wants to use their alien technology to gain basically gain an advantage over all the other nations, and that's why it's so secretive. So. I'll probably not be around for the next episode. I'm sure they'll come and kill me, but I want everyone to know that's the truth.
But Dr. Burrell's Houston book, you will be around for next week's episode. We all pray to God, and we're going to talk about really quick how Kim Jong-un has just set up and tested the H-bomb for next week's episode. So, for the 10-minute segment. So, thank you for listening to the Chuck Stew Show. Once again, I'm your host, Chuck Stew. I'm the stewiest. And for all the ones who only listen because they're booklets to the book hour, that is Dr. Pearl's Houston book here. And so, we just want you to know that conspiracy is all around us. Mysterious mysteries are all around us. And the second season is going to be so brutal that your head will spin. Thank you for watching the show. And just like last season, we all hope you fuck yourselves.
We got 17 seconds left. I just want to say, I appreciate y'all for listening to us for the last season, but really, you're all a bunch of assholes. So you can go fuck yourselves, and if I hear you again tomorrow, goodbye. Bye. Fuck you.
Kick a Hitler.